Another night of the Call of Duty Rec League. I'm Jake here with Verzilla tonight. We got the match already started, everybody. Seattle Sloths versus Atlanta Dazed. This is going to be a good one, huh?
It is going to be a great one, and as well, Marcus will get the first blood. Let's see who will get the hard point first, as they have to approach through a very difficult series of hallways right there.
They most certainly do. It's tough to get out of that bad side spawn. You see Fade and Co. They're doing a great job of kind of locking down this side. They've already soaked up 25 seconds on the clock, and it's only counting. You see the Atlanta Dazed pushing that bottom side of the mini-map, but it's kind of a futile effort for the time being. They do find their way to this P2, but they're going to have a fight ahead of them.
Oh, a couple of shots that will not land. It seems that the Seattle Sloths are going to be taking the lead for now. 38 seconds so far. That's going to be yet another kill. And so far, let me tell you, the Seattle Sloths are completely taking over in the slaying department at Atlanta Dazed. So they need to put up a good fight if they want to tie the game or even get those slays going. But so far, let me tell you, Seattle Sloths are really doing the job, and especially Thunder, as he has now a killing spree.
Yeah, one off of that cruise missile on the 5 streak for now. It's kind of painted the picture of what these two teams have been looking like throughout the season thus far. Atlanta Dazed and Seattle Sloths both 5-1 on the season up to this point, so they have more than secured their playoff spots. This game kind of morphed toward the bragging rights factor, and I mean, if it keeps going this way, Seattle Sloths will have all of the bragging to make 77-0 so far. You see Atlanta Dazed deep in that blender spawn. I mean, they're already thinking about that P3.
Absolutely. So far, 87 seconds and still counting. Seattle Sloths doesn't want to get out of the hard point, and they are doing it. So let's see if he's able to take the shots. Couple of shots, but not able to get the kill. Throwing the flash, or maybe the stun. Not able to do nothing. He has already left the building. So let's see if he's able to do something. His teammate is going to get taken down. Now pushing in MWIII, trying to go forward with the kill. And finally, Atlanta Dazed starting to gain points. Hopefully, it will keep going that way.
And hopefully you want this game to be close, but you see Fade pop a big 2-piece trying to fight on in. MWIII with the cover fire and Marcus picking up the final one. So as soon as Seattle Sloths were in the point, I mean, they found themselves out of the point just like that. So now Atlanta Dazed gonna have to break into the front side again. By the way, everybody, as you can see, and I'm sure you've noticed at this point, if you look in the top of the scoreboard, you don't see that hard point timer. That's got to be some sort of glitch from the Codcaster point of view. Wish we could have it for us. You can't see how much time is left on the clock, but we will work with it for this hard point for the time being. All you need to know is Xander is 11-3. He's got the cruise missile in the back pocket, and he sure is doing the heavy lifting for the Seattle boys.
Absolutely. MWIII now with his own streak of 5. Hopefully he will get even more. Let's see. He will get the kill. Great close quarters kill so far. Moves forward. Tries to go in. Doesn't notice the teammate right there from Atlanta. Still trying to push in. There's going to be a 2-man there. Trying to push forward. He already see him, so he has to reload. Trying to push in. 7 kill streak so far. Will go for the 8. Will get the 8. But now he unfortunately will get taken down. His teammate will take his revenge and still be able to get the hard point, but gets killed in action. And now Atlanta Dazed is trying to come in and contest the point because they are almost 100 points behind.
Yeah, and I mean, Seattle Sloths, I mean, when they need to break, they do a fantastic job of taking their time, using their teamwork, and, you know, finding the right kills to be able to make their way onto that point. You see Marcus find a big 2-piece to be able to open things up there and kind of allow Seattle Sloths to get back onto this point. They break the 150-point barrier, so only 100 points left for them to go before they take home this map 1. And Atlanta Dazed, it just seems like it's kind of a slow start for them. You want those guns to get hot, but it just doesn't seem to be happening here on the sub-base hard point. But if there's any time to turn it around, that time would be now. But as I say that, another big 3 down for the Seattle Sloths. I mean, you look at that scoreboard. I mean, everybody from the squad is frying, aside from Fade 5-5. I'm sure he's finding that good hill time for the boys, but I mean, it is just an onslaught of Seattle Sloths players for the time being. Atlanta Dazed, they just don't have an answer.
Absolutely. Atlanta Dazed so far is seeing lost, and they have to regroup so far because 35 to 176 and still counting. It's a tough one. It's a really, really tough one, especially when you got the high killers like Xander and MWIII on the team. 14-3 and 16-7. Don't forget Marcus, 14-9. Also Faye, like you mentioned, probably a lot of time to heal, but now Seattle Sloths really are putting up a good job so far, taking kills left and right, leaving Atlanta Dazed, well, completely without options.
Most certainly. You see the Seattle Sloths already posted up for the P1. They're opting to give up that old time just to, you know, make the setup as perfect as they possibly want. They have player in tunnel, one in P2 stairs, one third story, and one player on that point. It just seems like an unstoppable force for the time being, and I think they will be able to win it on this hill right here. And I mean, boy, that would be quite the statement to make going into this really, you know, it should be a battle of a series. 5-1 both of these teams are. They've had fantastic seasons thus far. It's not like the Seattle Sloths team are just, you know, fighting this team that's having a really rough season. This Atlanta Dazed team has taken it to every single team that they have played, but Seattle Sloths are just playing perfect Call of Duty right now for what it's worth.
Absolutely, they are playing impeccable and not letting any single error go by. They're just making sure they just go out with it. Like we see Xander right there with the triple kill, trying to move forward. But this could be already a done game so far as far as Seattle Sloths goes. Only a couple of moments need to go by before they win. So it is a tough one for Atlanta Dazed. Hopefully they can recover. Not in this game, unfortunately, or maybe they can just pull out an incredible reverse one. But so far, if they want to win, they need to pull off the next 2 games or even 3 games with nice fashion, because it's looking really difficult.
It most certainly is. 2:45 now on the clock. Marcus just farming over here at the P5 area. Finds a big 2-piece on a 5 streak, and that's going to end it right there. An absolutely dominant win from the Seattle Sloths in this game one. 250-35 on sub-base hardpoint. Not the way you wanted to start things if you are the Atlanta Dazed. Seattle Sloths just looking to kind of cement their dominance here. During the commercial break, there was a quick technical difficulty, but we got it all sorted out. Seattle Sloths go up 1-0 in the search and destroy on the offensive end. They do not lose a life, and now they find themselves on the defensive end, picking up where they left off from that map 1 sub-base HP. Let's see if they can continue it here. Atlanta Dazed just trying to see what they got on the offensive end, looking for any information they could get.
Absolutely. Information is critical, especially after losing the first round, because William will get the first blood, and now the disadvantage has shifted to Atlanta Dazed. We might be able to see a second kill for the Seattle Sloths, and that's going to be a double, make it the first one for the Atlanta Dazed, but that's going to be it. The Seattle Sloths win yet another round, and that's going to be 2-0 so far for the Seattle Sloths against Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, I mean, the Seattle Sloths team, they look like a well-oiled machine there on the map right now. Playing about as perfect as you possibly can here in this series. So let's see what Atlanta Dazed can kind of do to shut them down. But I mean, if this is the Seattle Sloths that is entering the playoff push, or like entering the playoff competition here in 1 week, I mean, this is a team that you most certainly have to look out for in the Bronze Premade division. Make that the Bronze Premade North division for a little bit more context, because I mean, they look like unbeatable right now, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, they look completely strong. Atlanta Dazed is just running out of options. We see here the trophy system doing God's work, stopping that nade. Couple of shots. Vander will get the first kill. This could be a one. Oh, it wasn't. The nade wasn't going to go through that wall, it seems, but that's going. Oh my goodness, that was a 2-for-1 combo. So far, Seattle Sloths still with the advantage. Only 1 man advantage so far. They're going to be planting on B, and now Atlanta Dazed has to make a plan to make a defuse and possibly also get the round.
2v3 situation. Xander picks up 1, leaving Vortex left in the 1v3 scenario. He is able to find 1. He's got a lot of time left on the clock, but he's going to have to make a play to kind of open things up. He spots Xander there, so maybe he can find the kill. Xander ready for it, picks him up, and the Seattle Sloths find another round on the board. I mean, just absolutely moving through the series so far. 3-0 in the search and destroy after the 100-point club in the map 1. Xander picking up right where he left off, 7-0. I mean, there's just nothing more to say. Seattle Sloths, they must have been back in the lab big time since ranked play came out, because they look like a whole different squad. You know, I would assume, given that, you know, this is the Bronze Premade division, but these boys, they must be grinding.
Absolutely, grinding is everything, especially with these results. I mean, we just need to look at Xander and how he's going 7-0 so far with a 7-kill streak. We see the stuns, we see everything, every single nade. There's going to be a kill. Great shot from Xander. Speaking of which, taking a double, and now somebody is the last man remaining standing from Atlanta Dazed. We need to make up God's work right here. It's a 3v1 situation, not a situation you really want to be put in, and somebody's just hiding. He's being followed and absolutely getting taken down by the A train, baby. Let's go.
Shout out A-Train for the new Call of Duty skin. All of the boys' characters have been added into the game, and people are using them as much as they possibly can. You can be sure about that. But you just see the teamwork of the Seattle Sloths working to their full advantage right there. Fade's going in for the final kill, and his teammate is right there behind him, Xander. 9-0 now, so I think it's safe to say that he has a kill streak in his back pocket. But, you know, a couple more rounds to go on the way to the 6-0 victory. But, you know, how quick can they get there, and will they get there is the real question. You see Atlanta Dazed kind of switching up the look here. They got one player over at that B side of the map. You got two Atlanta Dazed members stacked up. Lenny gets spotted. Putting in some shots is William. Somebody going to be locking down that plane, but I'm not sure Marcus has snuck in there. He has. He puts in the shot. Somebody finding that kill, and that is going to be the bomb. But he's going to need some teammates to help him out because he's here all alone.
Absolutely. He needs to tell his teammates to start rotating, getting the bomb in time. He's going to get taken down, and now this will give William a chance to get the bomb. Be really careful with who might show up. And of course, Xander has been taken out, so that will be his first death so far on this game. We see his teammate covering. Freddy is going to cover William as he's planning. He's planning already, and he knows it's a 2v2, equal rounds. And it seems that he's going to be a couple of shots, but not be able to land them. Scary situation here, needs to move on careful. Stunned, but not gone. Paradise dropping down, going back up to the plane, trying to find someone. Looking around the corners, has been able to spawn one, will get taken down. Now it's all down for Vortex. Needs to go in and take out and make the defuse. 20 seconds remain. This could be it. Stun. Like we said, stun but not gone. Trying to push in. Great shots. Not able to land a kill, but still trying to push forward. It's difficult. He puts itself with the reload, and that's going to be yet another round for the Seattle Sloths.
Around the Atlanta Dazed, we're so close to winning. You see Vortex putting in those shots from the ladder, but as you run out of bullets, you don't got many options there because the time was dwindling as every second, you know, ticks off of the clock, as I'm sure everybody knows. Match point now for the Seattle Sloths. You know, we were wondering, is Atlanta Dazed a search and destroy squad after that first map? But it looks like Seattle Sloths are just moving differently here in this series.
Absolutely. They are completely built different so far. The Seattle Sloths are just going over Atlanta Dazed really, really rough. And so far, Atlanta Dazed on their last possible chance of just trying to go in and claim a round for themselves. It is going to be targeted. Borg is going to be able to claim one, not going to be able to claim the second one. William is able to run away. Trying to get some picks, able to run away with his life. Somebody barely alive. Oop, or have a little bit of a mistake with that nade. A-Train going to get the kill. And now it's all down last. Vortex, last man remaining standing. It's all left for him. Trying to take down Xander. He will take him down. Trying to go in for another kill. Trying to also not push him forward, but that's not going to be. And Seattle Sloths will take the win 6-0 over Atlanta Dazed.
This is on the way to being one of the most dominant CRL series I have casted in all of my time. I mean, a 250-35 map 1, all the way to a 6-0. I'll be able to tell you who's on the good side. It's going to be Seattle Sloths on that defensive end to start things out. Looks like Atlanta Dazed, they're taking that teamwork and they're going to the A site.
Absolutely. We see that they're going to start on the A side. Hopefully, the Seattle Sloths will be able to do something here. They will be taken down. And of course, we're going to have some... Okay. We're back. We are so back. Thank you, Shio. Shout out, Shio. So anyway, like we said, they are just starting to take A control, and maybe Atlanta might be able to pull out here with the claim over at A.
It is very possible. We got players on A and players on B. You see Vortex playing that rat angle at the gas side area, and they're able to get a couple kills. This is looking like a whole new Atlanta Dazed squad. Vortex picks up 2, Lenny picks up 3, and I mean, we got things going on all over the place here, Brazilla. Sorry about that, chat, but we're gonna try to get this picked up as soon as we can. But it seems like Shio, he's working through some rough situations here.
Absolutely, it's just, you know, part of the experience. It's not a contract league experience if you don't experience these kind of issues, but it seems that, like we mentioned, Atlanta Days is just on a whole lot of level. They're just completely different players so far, just almost able to claim B side, already claim A side, and so far Lenny is shining with a 6-1 KD.
Yeah, he picks up a cruise missile with that as well. So, I mean, that's a good start, no doubt about it. Even if they are losing this, even if they do end up losing this round, they already have 4 ticks to their name. But, I mean, they could most certainly put a W on this round so far because there's only 11 lives left for the Seattle Sloths. Yes, they have picked it up a little bit. They've cut those lives a little bit closer, 13 to 11 now. But this is most certainly not over yet. One wave of kills, and the Atlanta Dazed are going to be able to hop on that point and get that capture in. So it's up to Seattle Sloths to kind of shut that down, and they've most definitely done the first step of the process.
Absolutely, they only have to capture, well, not capture, or rather defend the B side. And now we're seeing Atlanta Days running out of their almost last life, 7-10 so far. Seattle Sloths able to take the turnaround completely, 5-10, and they are starting to take control back of the situation. Atlanta Days has ran out of spawns, and this is really difficult. 3-10 so far. Only 3 remain. Somebody, Vortex and Lenny. Vortex able to get him a kill. We see that team is stacking up together as one, and it's going to be really difficult. We see that almost Vortex has a kill. Lenny rather will get killed, and now it's a 2-9 situation here. Almost will get taken down. Somebody again, the last man remaining standing. It's only him against the ward. He turns around just as only Xander was, and it's going to go down. And the Seattle Sloths able to take the round from Atlanta Dazed and deny the first point for them in this game.
Yeah, Atlanta Dazed showing some signs of life there. It's looking promising there for a moment, but they did get 4 ticks on the board, so that is not a bad showing by any means on the offensive end. There's something to write home about with that sort of situation. So Atlanta Dazed definitely waking up here a little bit in the map 3 control. Let's see if they can continue it here in the defensive end. We see Fade 10-5 right now. He's got that cruise missile in his back pocket, but Lenny does as well. Let's see what they can do with it. You see the Seattle Sloths, they're going to A as well.
You see them trying to push in forward A, and it seems that they're starting to take the defense, trying to make sure they are able to get the progress on A. And it seems that Atlanta Dazed is not able to respond to that aggressiveness, and I don't know, but this is just enough to get A side on a really quick matter, as Seattle Sloths are able to secure it in a matter of seconds.
They do get a nice couple set of kills. Looks like somebody thinks that there's still a player on that A point, but no. Seattle Sloths, they sneak their way over toward that B site, and Atlanta Dazed, they're still in that spawn. They're going to stack that point. Word to Jim, so let's see how fast they can make that capture happen. Not sure exactly how much progress they have on the point, but sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. We should see something come through very shortly, and we will get it fixed for you as soon as possible.
Absolutely. So far, it seems that the Seattle Sloths are going to be able to claim the win, and that's going to be a yes. It is up in a true mystery how they win, but I will put my bets on they claim the 8 objectives so far, all the ticks. And look at this nice kill from Xander, making sure he puts the good job done. That's going to be it. Match point for the Seattle Sloths as they are trying to clinch themselves to victory.
Can the Seattle Sloths prove their dominance here in the game 3 by closing it out in a 3-0 fashion? We will see. You do have Seattle Sloths on that defensive side, so all signs are pointing toward that direction. But what happens next will be the question. You see player 8, Marcus, all alone here at the B point. He is able to pick up one. Can he pick up the second? Shots are good, but Lenny picks him up, finds those headshots, and now he's going to be able to jump on that point for the time being. Actually, just going to take that map control at the DVD area, maybe wait for some teammates to help him out, but some players still lingering toward this A side of the map. Atlanta Dazed, though, on that point.
Absolutely, and it seems that only A side is going to give us this kind of tech issues going on with the kill. Able to. All right, Jake. Let me tell you something. I think the technical issues happen every time someone steps inside of A side. So I don't know, but it seems really consistent only on A side.
And maybe it's just when somebody hops on a point. It could very well be. I mean, you may be onto something there, because I'm pretty sure it has been. Who knows? We will have to see. Let's check in. Maybe next time somebody jumps on a point, we'll be able to tell if that is the true. Oh! Interesting here. So it's not our fault. It's the video game. So everybody, keep that in mind, and we'll try to keep. Oh my God! Look, there you go.
Like I think I don't know if it's both points, but so far it's only on Abe's side so far that's been the main issue. And okay, confirmation from both points. So make sure we get those angles covered, not from inside the side, but from the outside. Couple of shots. Seattle Sloths are going to be taking some huge kills so far. 20-17. Atlanta Dazed. Somebody getting taken down.
No. Well, at least we know what the problem is now. So, we'll just stay away from people on the control points for the time being, and, you know, maybe everything will be okay. But for now, Seattle Sloths up 4 lives. Atlanta Dazed not done just yet. They did capture that B point. They're still working for that A stack. They find 2 kills. Can they find a third? This might be the time for them to strike. Player 4 behind everybody in the gas side of the map. He's going to have to find some kills with it as well. Vortex able to get one. It seems like Paradise can't find anybody. So he's going to have to get some kills here. He is able to find one. Can he find a second? Puts shots into so many players, but he's going to glitch out the game as he jumps onto that point. So we're not going to know what's happening. He finds another one. There is a capture going on right now, but we really don't know how much progress there has been made. Looks like he just got a little bit, but with 15 seconds left to go, that might do it.
This might be it. Atlanta Dazed was almost able to get that last point, but Seattle Sloths were able to deny it entirely, able to claim away victory, and with a quick 3-0 in the series, well, the Seattle Sloths will continue in with a really strong lead and with a basically perfect series.
Basically perfect series. I agree with you there, Furzilla. I mean...